Never been there, but I have never been there.
No.
I'm super curious.
Have you like gone around in Turkey?
Yeah, but not Gaziantep.
Where have you been?
Antalya, Bodrum, İzmir, Aydın, Eskişehir. Not food cities, unfortunately.
You haven't been anywhere. You're still in Istanbul.
Okay.
Look,
I got your point.
If you want to go around in Turkey, you start from Gaziantep.
Gaziantep.
You proceed to Urfa.
Noted.
Continue to Bingöl. Go to Diyarbakır. Definitely go to Mardin. Go to Siirt. Then after that, go to Van. Then you come back. Then you say, yes, I've been to Turkey.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode with Istanbul Sour. And we have today Ali in the studio. Ali, go ahead. Introduce yourself.
I thought you were going to do the honor, but anyways, I'm going to
No, usually I ask my guests to introduce themselves. And we usually start from childhood, but maybe you can give like a brief introduction of yourself.
I can talk about like when
whatever you feel like.
Like when my dad got married to my mom, and like can go way back.
Really?
But, no, I'm just kidding. All right. So, okay, just kidding.
Okay.
My name is Abdulhai, actually. Most people, they could call me
I didn't
Ali.
know that. Wow.
Surprise, surprise.
First surprise.
Yeah. Normally, my name is Abdulhai, Ali, and Musa. So in Nigeria, we have people, you have your name, your father's name, and your grandfather's name.
Okay.
So when my passport was being registered, it was put, Abdulhai was flipped to the other side, and it was Aliyu Musa Abdulhai. So a lot of people think my name is Aliyu, but it's not.
I thought it's Aliyu, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because that's how you introduced yourself at the beginning when we first met.
Yeah. So people think that, okay, since we already know him as Ali, so let's just continue. I was like, okay, all right, it's my father's name, it's mine.
I mean, you clearly do not expect me to remember the whole thing.
No, you can call me Ali. It's
okay,
perfectly
thank
fine.
you. Thank you so much. So yes, Ali, what's your story? Let's start from your childhood.
Damn. We're going to go all the way down.
All the way down.
All right. Okay.
Yes.
Well, my name is Ali, and I've been in Turkey for about 15 years now, and I came here when I was 13.
15 years, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's kind of like half of my life, right?
Yeah. It's like, how old are you now?
Ooh. That was close.
Yeah.
I was really close.
He was going to say that. I felt like I heard like 20 and something.
All right. No, you got me in the first half.
I guess so.
Yeah, you got, okay. I see how this is going to go. All right. Okay. I'm somewhere in my 20s.
All right.
Right. Still young.
So
Very
basically
young.
more than half of your life you spent in Turkey.
More than half of my life I've been in Turkey.
Nice.
And I've been a student my whole life, and now I'm working in Istanbul, and that's my story. I'm Nigerian, And,
how's Nigeria?
Bro, Nigeria is, I wouldn't say it is rough right now, but I would say it seems to be going in the right direction. Hopefully, that's the optimistic side in me. Mm-hmm. But we just had a change in hand and power. And the new president is trying to shuffle a couple of things, So there's an outcry, but we're being hopeful, to see that everything is great.
What's the image of Turkey in Nigeria?
Business, I would say.
Business?
Yeah, like business. I would say Nigeria and Turkey, they conduct far more business than a lot of people imagine.
Okay.
So there are
really?
Yeah. There are a lot of Nigerians out of many African countries that come to Turkey to actually conduct business. I would say the construction sector, even health sector. I would say, building material sector. I would say even furniture sector.
Wow.
So there's a lot of business going on between Nigeria and Turkey actually. I would say it's more of a diplomatic relationship.
I see.
Going on between Nigeria and Turkey.
I see.
Yeah.
And how old were you when you decided to move to Turkey?
I was a baby. I didn't realize that I was a baby when I came to Turkey. I was 13.
Do you remember your childhood in Nigeria?
Yeah, I do.
How was it? How was the experience?
I would say I was more of a socially introverted guy.
Okay.
I don't know if that make any sense, but
it doesn't make any sense because now I know you, this version of you, and you are absolutely sociable.
Exactly. So I was this introverted guy who wouldn't go out of his comfort zone, but I was also social in my own little, cycle or circle or whatever you call it. I was a social guy in my family. I still am the social guy in my family. And I was that kid who wouldn't want to go out. who wouldn't want to stay at home? I always go out. My other siblings would be at home. My dad would say, if you want to go outside, you have to tell me. But, he makes his own rules and I have my own rules. So, so I was kind of like that. There was this little weird mix between, being introverted and social, and also
I get it.
Just a little bit of rebellion in there.
Were you a rebel as a kid?
Not, I would say a diplomatic rebel.
A diplomatic rebel as a kid.
Yeah, I was like scratching the borders, I never crossed it, but I was just scratching the borders. I never stayed in. Yeah.
Messing with the rules and
just
everything.
Messing with the rules, but, just enough to keep me out of trouble.
Nice one. Nice.
Right.
And then in what year you moved to Turkey?
I came to Turkey in 2008.
2008?
Yeah.
What was the main reason?
Education.
Education.
Actually.
I mean, why Turkey? How did you decide to choose Turkey?
Actually, Turkey chose me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it did choose me.
Nasıl?
So there.
Nasıl yani?
Are we switching frequencies now?
Sometimes.
So here's the thing. There is this Turkish scholarship that it brings a lot of students right now to Turkey. Mm-hmm. So at that time, that was the scholarship that I applied and I got it and I came to Turkey. Mm-hmm. And my first stop was Kayseri, actually.
Kayseri.
Yes, I know.
So you started experiencing Turkey from Kayseri.
I know. I started from like the grassroots, They say you start.
Are they stingy? Because that's what I heard. Guys, no judgment, but I heard that people in Kayseri, they love economy.
I wouldn't say people from Kayseri are stingy. I would say they're good with business.
Yeah, diplomatic rebel. That's
yeah. They're really good with business. And when you look at Kayseri as a place, they like the average person has something going on, like business. They don't just depend on one economy. Right. They have something going on. They have like a kiosk, like a shop, internet cafe. Internet cafe was like booming that time, I remember.
Really?
Yeah.
People were going there, chats and stuff.
Bro, we were running out of school to go to internet cafes. Yeah.
Was it like the game cyber cafe kind of a thing for playing games and stuff?
It was also for
Counter-Strike? CSGO.
You hit the jackpot. Counter-Strike, Need for Speed Most Wanted.
Oh, yeah, Most Wanted. Such a game.
If you know Need for Speed Most Wanted.
If you know Most Wanted, yeah, you're a gamer.
You're the GOAT. You're the GOAT. Most Wanted, we would play like for hours. We would miss out on, school and stuff like that. Then towards the end of the semester, you would see us just sitting on the fence, like sitting in the school garden because we can't go out. We had like this quota, okay? 20 times you can be absent. But as soon as you get to 19, you have to attend all the classes, else you're going to carry it over. Yeah, you have to carry it over. So towards the end of the semester, you would see like all the rebels are now in school, and now it's kind of like you forced children to be like in a cage. They want to go out, but they can't.
Exploding and everything, yeah. I see.
So that's kind of like my
Were there too many foreigners in the school you were studying?
Yeah, we had a lot of foreigners in our school from different nations, and it's something that contributed to me growing not only cultural, but also, to have information about different cultures, traditions, and countries.
I see.
So yeah, it was like a good foundation for me to start my life.
I see. And one last thing about Kayseri, mantı. Do you like mantı? Okay.
People from Kayseri, look, I really love you, but they say anything that comes before bud, you should just ignore it. Mantı, I think the crown for mantı should not be given to Kayseri.
Ooh, Kayseri, çok özür dilerim.
I'm terribly sorry, but not sorry, because I think Kayseri has other things they're great at.
Really?
So that would be like pastırma.
Pastırma.
Exactly.
Tamam ya.
It's great in Kayseri. And also there's this thing called cıvıklı.
Cıvıklı?
Yeah, cıvıklı.
What is that? Okay, that's like too Turkish.
Cıvıklı
What is cıvıklı?
Think about it like this. Every city in Turkey have their own version of kuşbaşı pide, but with a different name and an added vegetable. So, yeah, exactly. So cıvıklı is... For Kayseri, it's from Develik, cıvıklısı, that's how they call it.
Develi, yeah.
Exactly. So it's quite delicious, by the way. It's a bit on the spicy end.
Yeah.
And it's quite famous in Kayseri. So that, they do it very good.
Nice.
And I enjoy it.
Nice. Well, great. And you mentioned that, we are seeing the picture over the camera right there. That's it.
Yeah, that's cıvıklı. Yeah, you've seen that in different places, you know.
Yeah.
Like in Konya, they say we have etli ekmek.
Etli ekmek.
It's the same thing, literally. Just with less oil.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. Great. So, and you mentioned that you will give credit to what city of Turkey about Mantı?
Mantı,
Sinop?
no city in Turkey.
Ooh.
And the reason is because, and I know that they're gonna come after me in the comments.
Yeah, I guess so.
I can see the.
I'm not part of this.
Yeah, I take full responsibility.
Yeah, thank
okay.
you.
Yeah, I'm setting you free. I take full responsibility for this. Okay, reason is because I tried mantı from other cuisines, from Uzbekistan, from Tatar, and I was like, boy, it took it to school and back.
Really?
No, boy.
Okay.
It's a different gravy, man. It's
I
a different
see.
gravy. Like, it's bigger, it's meatier, it's spicier, and it's tastier.
I totally understand
Bro,
what I mean.
like,
I don't
you
want to
definitely
mention. I don't want to mention anything about kebab, but I do know what you're talking about.
like, bro, it's out of this world. And when I ate that and I went back to eat like the traditional Turkish mantı, and I was like, I get the hype.
But you know,
I mean, a man likes what he likes. It's purely subjective, okay?
yeah, it is
it's
subjective, of course.
So, yeah, but
of course, yeah. Find him
Yeah.
today.
Please don't lynch me.
Great.
Yeah.
What was the next destination after Kayseri?
I proceeded and I did my second migration to Antep.
Gaziantep.
Yeah, you can see the trajectory. You see what I'm going
Yeah,
with,
that's
right?
that's amazing. You know, like
Right.
he started and he was just a kid.
Yeah.
Moved to Turkey, moved to Kayseri, then done with Kayseri, moved to Gaziantep.
To Gaziantep, yeah. Reason I chose Gaziantep was because a lot of my buddies were there.
Okay.
Yeah, so at that time in Gaziantep, we had a lot of foreigners in Gaziantep, especially from Nigeria and Ghana and other countries. So people would be like, why did you go to Gaziantep? Like it's like a village. I was like, no, it is not. It's actually a great place for you to be as a student that time.
I see.
Right now, I'm not too sure about that. So we moved to Gaziantep and...
How was it back then? What year is that?
2012.
2012, you moved to Gaziantep.
Yeah.
Great.
And when we got there, I would say the foreigners there made Gaziantep, it gave it a different edge, I would
Okay.
say. Yeah, because at that
How come?
time, there were a lot of people coming from different parts of the world to Gaziantep, especially Gaziantep University. There's this other university, I forgot the name, that people were coming to study, and the whole place began to. It was also good for the economy of Gaziantep at the time because the rent, the restaurant, most of the foreigners are coming there to eat and everything, and it was good actually that time. We were even setting up a lot of not only parties but also organizations to come around and everything.
Yeah.
So it lit up the society, like the Gaziantep society. It lit it up a lot, quite a lot.
I understand. And the food tourism in Gaziantep, I've been hearing a lot about it.
Look,
You're having that smile again. I'm worried.
when you talk about food,
Oh, yeah.
that's like I have a soft spot for that place.
Okay.
For food.
All right.
As a matter of fact, right now I'm hungry, so I would definitely talk about Gaziantep in the best possible way.
Okay,
I
good
can,
to know.
Yeah, I can vouch for it with my kidney. Talking about kidney, that's a really good place to start for Gaziantep because the food there, I don't know, man. Is it the spices? Is it the pepper? Is it the
Never been there, but I have never been there.
No.
I'm super curious.
Have you like gone around in Turkey?
Yeah, but
Where have
not
you been?
Gaziantep.
Where have you been?
Antalya, Bodrum, İzmir, Aydın, Eskişehir. Not food cities, unfortunately.
You haven't been anywhere. You're still in Istanbul.
Okay.
Look,
I got your point.
If you want to go around in Turkey, you start from Gaziantep.
Gaziantep.
You proceed to Urfa.
Noted.
Continue to Bingöl. Go to Diyarbakır. Definitely go to Mardin. Go to Siirt. Then after that, go to Van. Then you come back. Then you say, yes, I've been to Turkey.
I see. I just feel like when I get to Van, I will go to Iran right after.
Yeah, you can go there.
Just right there at the border. Yeah.
And then that would be the last time you ever set out on a journey.
Nice. And you're saying this culture-wise, food-wise, what's so significant about the route you created for me?
I would say food and culture-wise.
Food and culture.
Culture-wise,
Okay.
yeah. I would say those regions of Turkey, they have a very rich and dense culture.
I get it.
Yeah, so if you're someone who likes, I would say, traditional things,
I do.
and you want to feel like a culture of the place, and also, of course, the people, I would say go to these cities. As a matter of fact, like you see, from Turkey half this way,
I get it.
I have nothing against the other half. They have their own beauties, like, Antalya and the people of Antalya. I've been there for like 6 months. That is another thing we'll talk about.
Yeah.
And the Asian people, they have their own beauty. The people there are really nice and everything.
Mediterranean culture and
Mediterranean culture. This side, I would say, personally, it attunes to me more. Maybe it's because of where I come from. So
I feel the same, by the way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's closer to home. You know
exactly.
what I'm talking
totally,
about.
Totally.
So, Gaziantep was like, I don't know. I would say I set out on a food journey. So in the morning, we do eat this thing called... Have you ever seen a pocha that has pistachio paste inside?
Oh my God, never tried that. Dude,
People
6 years in Turkey, I've never tried that.
I'm very sure people in Istanbul don't even know something like that exists.
What is the name of that thing?
Fıstıklı pocha?
Fıstıklı poğaça.
Yeah.
Denedin mi arkadaşlar? Denedin mi fıstıklı poğaça?
See, he doesn't know. He doesn't know what it is.
No,
Yeah, fıstıklı poğaça. Like it's sold in the morning.
Okay.
You know that there's also this thing called katmer that people go and
Oh,
eat,
yeah, of course, I
they
know
eat in the
katmer.
evening. In the morning, we eat it in Gaziantep.
Wow.
Yeah, we start the day really energetic with pistachio.
With pistachio.
Yeah, definitely. They don't just call it like it's Antep fıstığı for no reason.
Yeah, I get that.
The only thing that doesn't have pistachio.
Is that it?
No, that's not it.
That's
The only
too
thing that
fancy.
doesn't have
That's İzmir bombası, but pistachio İzmir bombası, I guess.
yeah, the only thing that doesn't have pistachio inside is fuel.
They don't have pistachio in the car.
Yeah. And I'm very sure that someone somewhere in some dungeon is working to see how he can make like cars to work
I
with pistachio
see.
energy. So,
Pistachio is everywhere in Gaziantep.
bro, it's just like a Sparta. As soon as you get in, the whole place it's romantic. It smells like rose.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Nice.
Gaziantep it's like if you want, and the food is cheap. Let me see. No. Yeah, he didn't. No.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
They're so from Istanbul.
Internet doesn't know anything about it.
Bro, it's only for the OGs, man.
Locals.
I'm from
Let me see.
Tehran.
Nope.
Don't drink.
No. They're trying to look for it. They can't find it.
Everybody's trying so hard to find the picture of this thing on
Let me see.
internet.
Nope.
But they can't really.
I'm asking ChatGPT now.
Yeah, go
on.
ahead with ChatGPT.
Yeah, go on. Good luck with that. So, Gaziantep, I would say, was a great place for me to meet people and
What did you
socialize.
earn in Gaziantep?
Oh, that's a very good question. I earned a degree, that's number one to start with, and my bachelor's degree in 2016. But in Gaziantep, I would say I immerse myself more with the people and also to get to know myself and all that.
I see.
Also, people from different nations. This time it's in, think about like this. You've been keeping your cattles in I would say like a barn for like a while, and now you transport them to another place, but now it's like a free range pasture.
Right.
So that's kind of like it. So now they're trying to know many things about themselves. So that was Gaziantep for me. Okay, who am I? What am I going to do and stuff like that. So, okay, now I got this freedom. What do I do with it? Because at some point I was living, I was in Kayseri, and it was dormitory life for me.
Yeah.
So it's dorm school, a lot of rules. Now I set the rules. So I learned how to set certain rules for my life. I learned how to, demarcate my boundaries. I learned how to interact with people in, the free range pasture, and, how to also get my own pastures from, that huge bowl. So
Nice.
basically
nice. So
that's,
it was very, very fruitful, the journey of Gaziantep.
it was more like, yes, it was fruitful, I would say. It was
Nice.
very fruitful. Gaziantep, and I had to leave Gaziantep, by the way.
You had to leave Gaziantep.
I had to leave Gaziantep, yeah.
Why?
Masters. I had to do masters in another
How did you
city.
feel about leaving Gaziantep? Was it difficult leaving Gaziantep? Do you have this emotional bond with the city?
Currently, no.
It's done.
Yeah, I would say like it's 95% done.
Okay.
Reason is because I think it came with the first migration I did from Nigeria. So after that, migrations kind of became more...
I get it.
It became easier, less sentimental, and more logical for me. But I do have an emotional bond, surprisingly, with Ankara.
Ankara.
Yes.
Was that the next destination
That
after
was the next,
Gaziantep?
yeah. That was the next
All
destination.
right.
Yeah.
There we go with Ankara now.
Ankara, I came here for
What
my
year
master's.
was it?
That was 2016.
2016. All right.
Yeah, towards the end of 2016, I came to Ankara.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, this big city, what am I going to do with this? It's a bigger fish to fry.
Yeah.
I'm out of I wouldn't call it village, but, compared to Ankara, Gaziantep is technically like less of a city than Ankara. So
I see.
now, okay, you're in like a bigger pan. So let's see how we're going to, how we're going to manage it in
Where
here.
did you go to school in Ankara? You're not going to reveal that?
Oh, I'm going to reveal it.
Okay.
I went to one of the prestigious schools in
Oh,
Ankara.
yeah?
Yeah. The ones that are very, very rooted. Gazi University.
Gazi University.
Yes. You can see my ring. Like from my ring, you can tell. Like.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, people from this ring, they do have, like, it
Is
feels.
that a school thing?
It's not like a school thing. It's just like me feeling among with.
Nice.
It's my own little comment.
Nice.
But in Gazi University, I wasn't like a full-time student, you know. I would say because my classes were after dusk. No, not dusk. Dawn. Was it dawn? Which one is it? Dusk or dawn? Which one is evening?
Evening?
Uh-huh.
Dusk.
Dusk. Was it?
Yeah.
Dusk, yeah.
I was confused for a second.
I was like confused.
Dusk, yeah.
What's going on there? So, okay. Yeah, after dusk, I would start my classes at 6 o'clock. So this was like a new dynamic for me. So now I don't wake up anymore in the morning. And I started thinking like, what the hell am I doing with my life? You know, when you sleep through the day and you wake up somewhere around like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, you're like, what am I doing with my life? Exactly.
I totally feel like that. I
Yeah.
wake up usually at 6, 7 o'clock every day.
In the morning?
In the morning.
Okay, yeah.
I don't even need to really do anything for it. I wake up naturally.
Why do you wake up at 6?
I don't like sleeping. I just think it's a waste of time because I'm going to die. And when I die, I'm going to be sleeping for a very, very long time. That's just, I feel like you, audience, everybody's judging me right now. It's just.
Okay.
I thought you were saying the same thing, by the way. I thought you were trying to say that it's not productive to sleep until 11.
No, I was going to say to sleep up until like after like 11, 12 o'clock, you kind of feel the body you feel like you're useless. So usually in the morning,
Okay.
yeah, exactly. When you wake up as a student, you have to wake up like 7 o'clock, 7:30.
Yeah.
So you get ready for your class at 9.
Right.
So when I got here, then this was a different dynamic. Kind of like, okay, my body has to reshuffle the whole schedule thing and stuff like that. So it was different trying to acclimatize myself to Ankara. And of course, the weather, the people. Oh my God, the people. Jeez, they're cold. People from Ankara, they know
Yes,
this. Like,
and also because you were in Gaziantep.
yeah.
I guess they're very warm.
Bro, in Gaziantep, I didn't tell you this. In Gaziantep, on a Sunday, if you take like an aerial view of Gaziantep, the whole city is in smoke. You think that Snoop Dogg is throwing a party, but it's mangal.
Everybody's doing mangal.
Everyone is doing mangal. Like
Yes.
there was a time.
Turkish barbecue.
I know that Turkish barbecue. There was a time that, there are certain times they write this Turkish exams like LASE and stuff like that
Yeah.
at certain schools. So there's a school close to me. And if they're writing an exam there, you can't throw a mangal party at any park. There are certain parks for that.
Oh, there are parks and people go to park and do mangal in the park. in
Yeah,
Gaziantep.
there are certain parks. But this dude, he didn't.
Mangal, pistachio, everything.
You got it. They do it, by
They
the way.
do it?
Yeah, they do
Wow.
put. I've seen people put pistachio. Like I told you, the only thing that doesn't have pistachio in it is gas, and that's just about a matter of time.
It's just a matter of time. Yeah.
Yeah, after that. So
After that experience, then in Ankara, you felt like the vibe is quite different here in this
in
city.
Ankara, everything just felt streamlined. Like everything was so stable. I'm like, oh, okay, this is like a proletariat city. Everyone is trying to, earn a living. Okay, you know how we see it in the videos where you wake up in the morning, kiss your kid goodbye, then you go, you come back in the evening,
Right.
and it's just like kind of repeating. Like, where's the
That's
fun?
us in Istanbul.
No, at least in
no,
Istanbul,
yeah, we have fun, yeah.
exactly. You get to see like the Bosphorus or something.
Oh, yeah.
Ankara
True.
doesn't have none of that.
Like nothing?
It's just the sound of metro making like this. The sound is so reeling, and people are just quiet.
You really?
Yeah, it's a very quiet city, and people are so serious. Like everyone is so mad. I mean, I understand that, but they're so mad, and it's so serious. Someone can just bump into you and just go and Bro, this city's cold.
I see.
Yeah, it's cold. Literally and figuratively.
Anything interesting about Ankara? Should I visit Ankara?
It depends on why you're going.
Why should I go to Ankara?
Exactly. Why do you want to go to Ankara?
I love this back and forth you're doing. We don't want to roast Ankara, to be honest.
Bro, our lives depends on Ankara.
Yeah. We love Ankara. I love you, Ankara, so much.
We gotta take it easy on this one. I can roast other cities, but Ankara.
One thing I heard about Ankara, I
Yeah.
heard that if you are those who are raised in Ankara, they say
Yeah.
like the friendship, because there is nothing to do, friendships are strong.
That is absolutely correct.
Okay.
I would say that the best connections I had in Turkey up until today is in Ankara.
So we talked about Kayseri, we talked about Gaziantep, we're talking about Ankara right now.
Yeah.
So what did you earn in Ankara?
Friends, family, 2 words. Friends, family.
Friends, family.
Yeah, that's 2. That's number 2 and number 3. Number 1, myself.
Myself, again.
Yeah, again, myself.
So you rediscovered yourself again.
I rediscovered myself. So
Wow,
I learned,
okay.
I met this new version of myself in Ankara. And I would say that would be thanks to a job I had in 2018. So that job revamped who I was as a person. And I would say
What was the job?
I was working for a consultancy company. So we call it international education. I don't want to give the name because you're going to have to pay me.
Right.
So I was working for this company and I had to embody a new character. Like I had to be a certain person. So after a point, I started having identity crisis between that person and who I really am. So after a while, I said, okay, I need to see how I can marry these two personalities together. And that is what you're seeing right now. So Ankara was, I would say, me, myself, family, and friends. I got a lot of friends from Ankara.
Wow.
Yeah.
Such a journey.
Yeah, it's a great journey. Like anytime right now, whenever I'm in Istanbul, I have like a little problem and, I need to declutter things from my head. Straight Ankara. As a matter of fact, I'm going to Ankara this Friday.
Oh, really? You're going
Yes.
to Ankara. So
Yeah.
you're going to visit your friends and...
I'm going to visit my friends. One of my friends from that company is getting married. He invited me, so I'm going for it as well.
Nice. Good
Yeah.
luck. Good luck to the
Thanks,
trip.
man.
It's quite interesting at the same time listening to your story. As a young kid, you moved to Turkey.
Yeah.
Started your journey. And all this time you're alone. Does family visit?
No.
You're on your own.
Being by myself, yeah, and my friends.
Were you times that you freaked out about this whole thing?
Oh, always?
Always.
Just kidding. No. I would say the way we're being brought up in Africa is to be inherently resistant. Or more resilient, I would say. So, the lifestyle we have in Africa, like I would say Nigeria and the place that I live, you learn to be resilient towards certain things. Perseverance is like you have to bring your A game all the time. And also you learn things quite fast. So coming to this place, I would say I never felt that, my family are not here and stuff like that. I, for once, never felt it.
Wow.
Yeah. Until recently, where like it would be nice to just be in the coziness of
Recently?
yeah.
Is it
very recently.
aging?
Dude, I said I'm in my 20s.
Is it like early 20s, mid 20s, late 20s?
I mean, come on, stop trying to spoil my market here.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm
It's
still
okay.
young.
It's okay.
My beard is still black.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
I would say it had its up and downs, and having to claw up by yourself without with little to no help, it's not an easy task. But would I choose this journey again? Oh hell yeah, I would choose it over and over again. To in a second life. Not now. Now I'm tired. I'm in search of a more stable life, I would say, because as you can see from the trajectory of my life is that I've been traveling
Always
the whole time.
moving around
Exactly,
and-
moving around, new house, new. So
Right.
the other day I counted it. Up until this moment, I have changed the place that I lived about 12 or 15 times.
12 or 15 times.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
a
yeah.
lot.
That's a lot. So
Yeah.
I would say that the sentimental part after that, it's just like it's shut down. It's just, okay, what's the next thing I need to do? Okay, this is why I need to do it. Bam, you're going.
Yeah.
No
I
feelings
see.
attached. Yeah.
I see. Have you ever cried because of being a foreigner?
No. No.
No.
No. I have never cried, but I have felt this, and this is something you feel as a foreigner. You would want to belong to somewhere.
I do know that very well.
Yeah, you would want to belong to somewhere, and for the fact that you've lived in a place that is objectively better than where you're coming from, you don't feel 100% belonging to that place, and you also don't. Did I just mess your camera?
No, it's okay.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You don't feel like you belong to where you're coming from. You also don't feel like you belong to here. So some days, let's say if you had a shitty day at work, that is when it usually hit the hardest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You had a shitty day at work, you're going back home, you're like, damn, I just need mama's food right now.
Yeah.
I don't
I
want
need somebody to hug me.
Bro, I don't want to think about what the hell I'm gonna cook today.
Right.
Yeah, I just need mama's food today, and I just need mama to put me to sleep. I don't care how old I am.
Yes.
That is exactly what I need right now.
I feel you, brother.
So
I feel you.
yeah, so you kind of it happens at at intervals, and I would say when it happens sometimes like. When it started happening, the first time it happened, I almost like, well, what's going on? So, of course, you would learn how to manage this emotion. Then that time went on. I was like, oh, I need to feel this again because it ties me to the other place I come from. So it doesn't make me like fully Turkish because I do believe I have a Turkish side to me. Like if you've lived here for 15 years, some of your
15 years, more than
Exactly.
half of your life.
yeah.
I mean, of course, part of you is Turkish.
Part
I
of
would
me
say.
is Turkish. My mannerism is Turkish. Anytime I'm trying to explain any emotions and stuff like that, it's definitely Turkish. How I get angry, how I, all those things are Turkish. But
Yeah.
you kind of like deal with that thing, when you're living abroad. It's something that comes with the package. Like you have to get comfortable with living alone and get on top of that.
Nice.
Yeah.
And he speaks great Turkish, something you might not know. His Turkish is great.
Perfecto.
So, Ankara, what was the next destination after Ankara?
After Ankara, actually, I did not plan to leave Ankara.
Oh, you were planning to stay?
I was planning to stay because after a while, I got used to Ankara. I said, okay, this is a good city. It sounds, it has a balance, right?
Yeah,
That's the good
right.
thing about Ankara.
Right.
Like, okay, I want to stay here. But, at the time, I felt like I outgrew the job I was doing. So I needed new adventures. But Ankara wasn't giving me that. So it became difficult for me to find a new job. So I said, okay, what would be my options? Guess what? I got a job offer from Istanbul.
Oh.
So I spoke with them, and after that, okay, it's time to migrate. I didn't even think about it like, okay, I'm living in Ankara, I'm going to Istanbul. I just, okay, I accept it. I like the job and stuff like that.
By the time, what year was that?
That was 2021.
2021.
Yeah, I stayed in Ankara for 5 years.
5 years in Ankara.
Yeah.
There was a little short time in Antalya as well, I guess.
Yeah, after Ankara, I went to Antalya.
For like
6 months.
6 months.
6 months, yeah.
How was Antalya? Wow, man. Like, I feel jealous of your journey, to be honest. You
No,
started
no, no.
Kayseri,
Come on, stop.
Gaziantep, Ankara, then Antalya, South, and then Istanbul.
Yeah.
Anything significant about Antalya you want to mention?
Yeah, of course. I mean, Antalya was the job in Istanbul. I had to go to Antalya because they had a branch there. So I would need to pass through I would say, orientation, like a trial period. So just to, get used to the job and everything, because we had guys who were working on the field at that time. So we were going to see customers and everything. So just to get myself immersed in the whole process. So I had to go to Antalya for 6 months. Initially, it was supposed to be like two months or something, but it prolonged to 6 months. So that was where actually I met Me to Talk.
Yeah.
So yeah, so
Yes.
I had seen you guys previously on Instagram, and I said, okay, I want to work with this guy. So when I did not know you guys were in Antalya at the time.
Oh, yeah.
So I was just walking with my friend, I think in December at night. So coincidentally, we passed the Mete Talk Antalya branch.
Murat Pasha.
Murat Pasha. Guess what I did? I just barged inside and I was like, I want to work for you guys. And there's this guy at that time, what's his name? Was it on Alper? I think
Ankara, I guess it was Ankara.
He was there and he was looking at me like, okay.
Who is this guy?
Like, yeah, exactly. Who is this guy? Like, well, like who applies for a job at 9 p.m. at night? At the time, I didn't even think about anything. I just walk inside. I want to work with this place, and that's it. So he was like, okay, so you have to submit your CV so we can review it. I looked at him. I was like, bro, let's do this the old school way. I like you. And I want you. So we can do this the easy way or we can do this the hard way. The choice is what? I can set this whole place on fire right now. I hope Mustafa is not hearing this.
Mustafa, don't listen to this. This guy is safe, yeah.
So he said, no, they definitely, would get back to you and stuff. I was like, okay, because I don't want to drop my CV in someone's trash because my CV is supposed to be on top of the table.
Right. It was on top of the table.
Exactly. So as soon as I got in touch with Me to Talk, they got back to me the next day and we had everything. Since then, the rest is history.
Wonderful. Great. It was our pleasure to have you and to collaborate with you in
Pleasure is mine.
Yeah.
Pleasure is mine. So yeah, Antalya, that's it. I stayed there for 6 months. I witnessed the harshest winter that Antalya has ever seen in 27 years.
Really?
Yes.
Was it snowy or something?
It did snow for once, like not where I was staying. It snowed once, and they said they have never seen snow in 27 years.
Oh, wow.
And when I was living in Ankara, you know what happened? I took all my winter clothes, like my jackets. I only had my daily driver, my normal jacket. And I was like, okay, just in case, because, it's Turkey. Never go anywhere, if it is in the summer, without a jacket if you're traveling.
I agree.
Exactly. So after that, it was really cold and everything. And it was very, very cold. Like it was Ankara type of cold.
I see.
And yeah, that's the only thing that and the people were nice. I met like really great people in Antalya as well.
Cool. Istanbul?
Then I moved to Istanbul and I was like, okay, I guess I've always been scared of Istanbul, to be very honest. I never wanted to be here because I felt like it was this large pool of whales. It is a large pool of whales. And I got to Istanbul in 2022.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Great. I feel like we can do a whole episode on Istanbul specifically.
Definitely.
I don't want to ruin the thing.
No. Like Istanbul, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy living in the city.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Seeing all the cities. By the way, that was real. Like I mentioned, if you agree, I don't want to get into Istanbul journey right now because I want to have you again in another episode.
Okay.
Specifically, we're going to talk about Istanbul.
Okay.
But for now, I have a few questions to ask you. Question one: if you could ask any city in Turkey out on a date, which city of Turkey would you ask out on a date?
Ooh,
Since you've been everywhere.
That's a good question. Does it have to be like from the cities that I've been in?
No.
Any city on a date?
Any city of Turkey.
Damn, bro, you put me on the spot. Now, if I say anything, people are going to be like, why didn't you choose me? On a date. I would say... And this is gonna come right out of the blue. I would say Artvin.
Artvin. You would ask Artvin out on a date?
Yes.
Why?
Reason is because it is far. It is distant from a lot of people, which is great.
Ooh, you like exclusivity.
Oh my goodness, I live in exclusivity. It is distant from everybody. It's very calm. It is chilled. Not everybody go there, so it is not easily accessible. And it is close to the sea, the Black Sea.
Right.
So it does have its own, I would say a little bit of a tenacity or stuff like that. But it doesn't have like that hustling and bustling aura that Istanbul has. So it's very, very calm. It's close to nature. And I would say definitely Artvin.
Nice. Well, I honestly did not expect that. And where would you take Artvin out on a date?
You know where I would take it?
Istanbul?
Ankara. Yeah. Like, I can't
Let's take Artvin to Ankara.
I can't use that word, but anyways.
Say it. It's okay, yeah.
Like, bitch, this is what it looks like to be a city. This is the only thing that is missing in Ankara. Like that nature inside, like that calmness. Like, okay, it is calm, but that nature and also the sea, of course.
I
That is
understand.
where I would take it to Ankara, because anything, I would have picked Ankara, by the way, but the fact that the people were a little bit cold, I didn't pick it. I would say Artvin.
I see.
Yeah, I see myself retiring in like a place like Artvin.
I
Like it's so
understand.
far away. I don't want to see humans and stuff like that. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I feel the same, by the way. That's why I'm
What
not
would
really
you-
asking.
What would you pick?
Asking a city out on a date.
Yeah.
Istanbul. I love toxic relationships.
you
like
can-
it's,
I can-
it's,
I
it's gonna
consider-
be. It's definitely gonna be a toxic relationship. But I don't know.
You like the adrenaline.
I'm still not that old.
You like the adrenaline.
I guess so.
Yeah. You feed from chaos. Uh-huh.
I feel like naked right now in front of the camera.
Oh, we get there. You thought you were gonna put only
Oh
me on
my
spot.
god, yeah, he's putting me on a spot right now. Damn. No one challenged me like you did with just a question right there. Nice.
That's nice.
Nice one. As promised, we're definitely going to talk about Istanbul in a different episode.
Aye.
But if you could just describe Istanbul in a sentence.
I would say an adventurous chaos.
An adventurous chaos. That's
Yeah.
it. That's what
Yeah, Istanbul.
looking for,
That
yeah.
would what I would say. It's an adventurous chaos.
Totally.
You never get tired of seeing new things in Istanbul. I always say Istanbul is magical, but it's also magical for mad people. So you can be sane in the city. You have to be insane for you to thrive in the city. You can't live a peaceful life here, like just
Right.
having like that life 9 to 5 and go back. Except maybe you're working in something that pays you a lot, but.
Totally.
You can't. It's just have to be something crazy. There's something crazy that you're doing, or maybe you are a crazy person living in Istanbul. So
I am a crazy person
exactly.
living in
So
Istanbul. I
you need-
accept
you,
that.
You
I
need
confirm
that craziness
that.
for you to be able
I
to
agree.
thrive.
I can't agree
Else
more.
you're not going to enjoy it, man.
Right.
You're not going to enjoy it.
You will
need-
suffer. True.
And there is something about Istanbul that I like. That is the fact that there is always something that is there to uncover.
Ooh, yeah.
Definitely. There's always something like, okay, I got bored of Esenyurt. All right. How about Kurtköy? All right, let me go there and see what the Kurdish people are doing. I always call like Kurtköy, and there's a lot of Kurdish people living there, which is kind of funny. But anyways, let me go to Kurtköy and see, what is going on there. Or you can just go, okay, I need to go to the island or stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Or I need to go like to the top side where nobody considers Istanbul anyways. Or I want to go to the other side and, there is just something. There's a chocolate museum in Istanbul. Did you know?
Chocolate museum? I didn't know that.
There you go.
I didn't know there's a chocolate museum in Istanbul.
There's a chocolate museum. It's
Nice.
made by Pelit. You know Pelit, the
Yeah,
chocolate
yeah,
brand?
yeah.
It's close to Beylikdüzü actually. You go there, everything
Wow.
is made in chocolate.
Wow.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, you should definitely go
Go
check
to
it out.
Beylikdüzü to check out the chocolate museum. Or
Pelit.
just go to Kadıköy and drink some rakı.
That's for him. Like, but,
That's
yeah.
just me.
Yeah, he said rakı and I say chocolate. Because,
Chocolate. You choose. Yeah. Arkadaşlar. Last question.
Okay. Oh, you're just not
Where
ending.
is home?
Ooh. It depends on what kind of answer you want. I can give you a philosophical answer, or I can give you like a
Feel free.
normal answer.
Feel
Okay.
free.
A home is where you make it to be. So a home can be your head, it can be where you physically are. But if you would want me to name a city, I would say Ankara, because that is where I would definitely run to whenever things go south, just to calm things down. But more importantly, like where still rings home for me is the place that the district that I grew up from.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ali, everyone, please feel free to contact us, info@metotalk.cafe. Subscribe, comment, like, or don't.
Should.
Should.
Sure.
Thank you so much, Ali, for coming.
Pleasure's mine.
See you guys.